Welcome to FNG Maths Ask Atul Jose series. I'm Atul Jose. Today I have a question from an MBA applicant who wants to know how to outline an essay before writing my first draft. There are a few scenarios where an outline can really help. One is when the deadline is near, that is within 5 to 7 days, and you have more than 2 schools to cover with at least 3 to 5 essays each. If you try to iterate through multiple drafts and then perfect 5 to 10 essays, you won't be able to meet the deadline. Or you might meet the deadline, but customizing the essays for each school won't be perfect. Another scenario where outlining can really help is with open-ended essays. In both these scenarios, you can adopt a two-part strategy. First, outline events. Second, outline paragraphs. First, outline events. Let's say you were raised in a high-stress environment, family with addiction, family with domestic abuse. You were the victim of war, or you had financial insecurity, or your parents or caregiver faced serious health setback. But despite the challenges, you were able to find a mentor or orient yourself to a professional career by prioritizing study time over the negative influences in your neighborhood. You became the first in your family to get an undergraduate degree in finance. You got an investment banking job, and now you're applying to, let's say, the Harvard MBA program. If you don't remember, the Harvard MBA essay is, as we review your application, what more would you like us to know as we consider your candidacy for the Harvard Business School MBA program? This is an open-ended question. When you write the first draft without any outline, typically childhood would become the focus of the essay, and rightly so. But a common mistake is a tendency to isolate your professional narratives from any open-ended essays. I faced this problem recently when I was assisting a client and asked him about his professional strengths and weaknesses. He was keen on highlighting his journey and keeping it isolated from his professional accomplishments. This could backfire. End of the day, the school is not looking for a tragic narrative. They want to see how early setbacks defined your values, your outlook towards life and goals, and also your attitude towards the future. Have the negative events made you risk averse, or your journey helped you see a better future? Leaders, unlike followers, are looking at multiple futures, and that won't happen for someone who is risk averse and those who have been beaten by the events in their life. Let's say for the profile, we have highlighted an investment banker who had an upbringing in a family with domestic abuse, with negative influences in the neighborhood, that is drugs and alcohol. And despite all these negative influences, he was able to imagine a better future. If I had to outline this essay for the Harvard MBA program, it would be: number 1, childhood, family with domestic abuse. Number 2, influence of neighborhood as a teen. Number 3, mentor or orientation that helped him see a better future. And number 4, career in investment banking. Number 5, what the applicant envisions for the future and why. Number 6, why Harvard and how Harvard will help. This is a typical 6-part events outline where, of course, the first event, childhood, would take precedence, and I would dedicate 2 paragraphs for it. So the outline of events by paragraph would look like this. That is, number 1, childhood, 2 paragraphs. Influence of neighborhood, 1 paragraph. Mentor or orientation that helped him see a better future, 1 paragraph. Career in investment banking, 1 paragraph. Why Harvard and how Harvard will help, 1 paragraph. So now you have 7 paragraphs to cover. Let's look at how to outline the childhood event into 2 paragraphs. A typical paragraph is 100 to 150 words. So since we have allocated 2 paragraphs for childhood, the outline I imagine, it's a fictitious profile, is paragraph 1 represented by P1. P1.1 would be the narrative of the event that demonstrates domestic abuse. P1.2, the feeling of insecurity, instability, and learning to look for oneself. P1.3, taking the role of a leader and helping your siblings through school. Paragraph 2 again will be about childhood, but this time about the support of extended family. Paragraph 2 is represented by P2. P2.1 would be the role of grandparents in addressing the emotional turmoil. P2.2 is the value grandparents offered in childhood. P2.3, an early recognition of talent or goal that changed the applicant's life. As you can see, a simple outlining first by events and second by paragraph clearly give applicants a direction to pursue. I hope you got value from my essay writing tips. I'm Atul Jose. You can work with me by subscribing to FNG Maths Essay Review Service at store.fngmat.com. fngmat.com/essay-review, where I offer end-to-end support for the application covering resume, essays, and recommendation letters. If you need help just with the essays, subscribe to FNGMat's essay editing service at store.fngmat.com/essay-editing.